This news update is brought to you by
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Wednesday, August 27, 2014. A warm welcome to you. I'm Kmar Jordan. Good evening. We begin with news of a pending investigation by the Barbados government into reports that at least one of its CARICOM neighbours is flouting regional trade rules. Local manufacturer Ian Pickup, who's the managing director of River Bay Trading, alleges that Trinidad and Tobago is replacing labels on products manufactured extra-regionally and passing them off as his own. Mr. Pickup also made mention of the Dominican Republic, which he says is threatening the survival of local businesses by producing cheaper products. In response to the charges, International Business Minister Donald Innes has promised to raise the matter with his counterparts in Port of Spain next month.
I've heard the complaint about the labels, for example, that may be misleading or erroneous. I think we are duty bound as a government, as a competent authority, to do investigations to ensure that the items entering our port are actually made where they say they're being made. And I give the assurance that this is a matter that we take up immediately with the competent authorities. In this case, I believe Mr. Pickup was identified Trinidad, and I'll have some investigations done prior to my visit in Trinidad. That's not on other basis. Necessary to have a conversation with my counterpart here.
Meantime, Barbados is looking to tap into Trinidad's lucrative oil and gas industry. Manager of the Barbados National Oil Company, Winston Gibbs, says that his office is currently in negotiations with Petrotrin with a view to reworking some of the existing wells and possibly drilling new ones. He's hoping that the move to own oil and gas reserves outside of Barbados will lead to a possible reduction in domestic energy costs.
We are speaking to Petrotrin. We are speaking to some partners in Trinidad to work some fields owned by Petrotrin. But that is those are early days. We have not agreed on anything as yet. We are not entirely happy with the what is on the table. The idea is to own oil and gas reserves outside of Barbados. That will help earn foreign exchange and help hopefully reduce the cost of the fuel that we import.
In other news, the Barbados Agricultural Society says it stands ready and willing to help Chickmont Farms in the aftermath of yesterday's fire at the Christchurch facility. Officials are reporting close to $750,000 in damage as a result of the blaze, which destroyed a pen and 7,600 two-week-old turkeys. BS officials met with representatives of Chickmont Foods earlier today, and CEO of the BAS, James Paul, reports that the business is holding its own despite the losses.
I don't think at this point in time it's indicated that they're not having a hand. And the person in question, one can actually cover on his own. Of course, if there's anything that we need as to in terms of expediting anything that, that maybe from a governmental point of view, to see if we can sort of work the party accordingly, of course, I'll be prepared to do that for us. But I just want to show consumers generally that, the supplies of turkey, local turkey at Christmas should not be compromised in any way.
A fresh appeal to Barbadians to stop the illegal dumping of garbage. Public Relations Officer of the Sanitation Service Authority, Carl Alf Padmore, says garbage collection around the island is improving, with crews working around the clock to address recent unsightly pileups. But SSA officials says he's concerned about health of the workers of the SSA due to what can only be termed as improper garbage disposal habits.
So it's a lot of disregard for health. And it's not really health for the sanitation worker only, but for them, once you continue to dump illegally, block the drains, And so a lot of these districts still continue to do that. They continue to put human feces, the pampers and everything in the garbage, dead animals, needles, and that there so concerns us.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
To the Caribbean now, the Bahamas government is mulling over initiatives to fight escalating crime in the country. Nassau has been dealing with a spate of murders in recent times, with the latest victim being the press secretary to the Prime Minister, Perry Christie. Christie says he will be meeting with lawmen in the coming days as the safety of the country cannot be compromised. He is adamant that the situation must be addressed given the worrying trend. On the international scene, Nigerian officials are pulling out all the stops to prevent the spread of the deadly Ebola virus. Government has ordered all schools closed until October 13 as a precautionary measure. The education minister says the closure will facilitate training of teachers and other staff on how to handle any suspected cases of the virus that has so far killed 5 people in Nigeria. Schools were scheduled to be reopened this week. Well, that's our 6 p.m. news update. We'll be back again at 7 o'clock in the morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or like us on Facebook for the very latest news and sports. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or via Screenplay at supermarkets and a gas station near you. I'm Kamar Jordan. Remember, Emmanuel Joseph is the man in the chair first thing at 7 a.m. See you then.
This news update is brought to you by